Hello, one and all, it's my view of My Hero Academia, chapter 312, Hired Yun. And we finally learned some information about Lady Nagant. For one thing, her name is Lady Nagant. And apparently she was a former pro-hero who worked as a secret agent for the Safety Commission, just like Hawks, until she murdered another pro-hero, and was sent to Tartarus. So, interesting. I mean, I feel like we learned a lot about her, but I just have so very many more questions about her, because none of this really seems to add up for me. I mean, the big thing that just really grating against my brain right now has to be Overhaul. Why did she save him? Why is she looking after him now? I mean, in my last video, I was utterly convinced that she was in love with him, or that she was, one of his cronies who worked under him when he was a mob boss, but that doesn't seem to be the case. I mean, she says to All For One that she has saved him because he might be useful. How? He can't use his quirk without his arms, and he's gone insane. I mean, I really doubt there's anyone in this hero world besides maybe Eri who can cure lost limbs. If there was a healer that strong in this world, they would have been called in like half a dozen times before to cure Deku's arms, to cure Ingenium's spine, to cure Endeavor's face, to cure All Might's injury after his battle against All For One. I mean, All Might is literally the richest and most influential person in all of Japan. If there was a healer who was that capable, that powerful, he would have contacted him. He would have reached out to him, and, his injury would have been cured a long time ago. I'm sure at the very least, Night Eye looked for it. Night Eye searched to try and find someone like that, but just couldn't. So, yeah, it seems very unlikely that she thinks that Overhaul can be fixed, he can be cured. So he really has no purpose, which means the reason why she saved him was because he looked lost and needed someone to protect him, needed a savior, essentially. So she still seems like a good person. I mean, plus, last chapter when she first attacked Deku, she could have easily gone for, his spine, his legs, some sort of shot where he wouldn't be able to keep moving afterwards, and yet she didn't. She went for his phone instead. That seems to tell me, that she was taking it easy on him. Even now in this fight, doesn't really feel like she's giving it all she has. Doesn't really feel like she's going, full out to try to really hurt Deku, try to really put him down long enough for her to capture him. So, what's going on here? I mean, I have two fairly insane ideas. First off, what if she really is just like Hawks? What if she really is still working for the Safety Commission? The hero she killed was either, someone that the government wanted dead, or someone whose death was faked, like Hawks did with Vestina, so that she could invade Tartarus, and the government knew that sooner or later the League of Villains would attack Tartarus and maybe even free All For One. And when that happened, they wanted her there in that position to, be by his side, to earn his trust, and essentially find an opportunity to kill him down the road. I mean, obviously she doesn't realize, just how valuable Deku is, how much worse things would be for all of Japan if he was actually captured by All For One. So she has no problem, trying to capture him to earn her bones, trying to earn her way into him, to earn his trust, essentially. The second possibility is that she's not working for the government, but she is still, at her heart, a good person, and will eventually end up joining Deku's team. I mean, we don't know anything about this pro-hero she killed. We don't know the circumstances of it. I could definitely see it being the case where he was some sort of awful person, kicking puppies, murdering homeless people, intentionally targeting mutant class quirk users simply because he didn't like them, simply because he believed they were unpure or evil or whatever. And, when she went to the Safety Mission, when she went to the government about it, they said they couldn't do anything, their hands were tied. So she took the law into her own hands. She got rid of the corrupt, evil hero because that's what society needed. That was what she had to do to protect the people. I could definitely see it being something like that. After this fight, she's going to end up deciding to join Deku's side and essentially becoming, essentially the first member, maybe even the leader of a suicide squad. Oh, I so want to see a suicide squad. I want to see it happen so badly. I mean, I said in my last review, I thought that Stain was going to show up and save All Might from whoever was attacking him with bombs. So, we have Lady Nagant and Stain right off the bat. They're the first members of Suicide Squad. Kurogiri's still definitely a big mystery. I mean, they have the doctor, so hopefully they can figure out some way to undo the brainwashing that was done to him, manage to wake up his old personality. I would love that. Then we have, Gentle, Rappa, La Brava, and, like 5 separate characters from the Vigilante spinoff who end up showing up and joining the Suicide Squad as well. Oh, I love that. I would so freaking love to see that. But anyway, so in conclusion, I'm really not sure who Lady Nagant is, but I don't really feel like she's a bad person at her heart. I feel like, she's a good person, and one way or another, she ended up working with Deku to help take down All For One. I mean, she even says when she meets All For One, there was a time when you were my target. Seriously, I really feel like this could be the case where she's thinking to herself, and you still are my target. I'm planning on murdering you one of these days, All For One. Oh, I love that. Absolutely freaking love to see that happen. Also, just while we're talking about All For One, he is so tall. Seriously, he's like a freaking giant towering over this woman. It is terrifying. It is seriously terrifying. But even more so, He says, in the days to come, I expect that a certain UA student will leave school and operate solo. He's likely to have a number of big shots watching over him from a distance. How does he know this? How is All For One this good at predicting his enemy's movements? Not only does he realize that Deku is going to go solo after this, but he also realizes that the pro heroes, the big names, are going to follow after him, follow behind him to target him. Their entire plan has already been seen through completely and perfectly by All For One. That's so overwhelmingly terrifying. He's just that good at strategy. He's just that good at predicting and planning out and figuring out the enemy's motives, operations, and what they're going to do next. Just super scary. I mean, yeah, part of that certainly is 2 centuries of experience working as a villain, but just its mind is almost more dangerous than all of his quirks put together because, they think they're working him into a trap, but really they're all just dancing in the palm of his hands. It's creepy. It's super creepy. So anyway, Lady Nagant's quirk is basically her entire body is a sniper rifle. The arm is the actual gun, but her hair are the bullets. By mixing the blue and pink hair together, she's able to form different types of bullets that she can fire at her targets. Which, oh yeah, that's terrifying. I mean, this one bullet curves around a building and hits Deku. It does a complete curve. She can also make hollow points and bullets that fire from further ways, and she's just so overwhelmingly skilled. She's not actually controlling the bullets. She just knows the exact way to shoot them in order to hit her target. So, yeah, I also do love this, flashback we get to Deku remembering an interview with 25th rank hero Snipe about how she's just so overwhelmingly dangerous and so overwhelmingly deadly because of how good she is, but how skilled she is, even without a quirk that actually targets the enemy like that. Also interesting, in the flashback, her hair is much, much longer. I'm kind of curious if they forced her to shave it in Tartarus so that she wouldn't be able to turn it into weapons. I mean, she has, fairly short hair right now, at least compared to back then, so I'm wondering if she's limited to how many bullets she can hit. I mean, does her hair grow, at normal person length, or is it like accelerated growing so that it recovers after a couple days? Because I could definitely see that, this fight going so long that she's basically bald by the end of it, which would be really, really funny. But anyway, Deku was able to catch the one bullet in his hand and kick the other one away, which, impressive. Very, very impressive for him. I mean, certainly part of this is because of the danger sense, warning him about the bullets coming so he knows exactly when to dodge, when to hit, when to catch. So that's a big help, but still, catching a bullet in your bare hands, even one made of, hair, is very, very impressive. Just shows, how much stronger Deku's become, how much he's grown from who he used to be way, way back when the first, big fight, when he punched a giant robot and shattered all the bones in his arm and legs. Oh, Deku, you've come so far. I love it. And then Deku proves that he is a really, really bad listener, because even though Hawks told him to run away as soon as he sees her, he decides the best plan is to run straight at her, to go full force towards her as fast as he can, which, okay, I mean, he is fairly fast, so that might not be the worst plan to come up with. And, that is the case at least until it turns out that All For One gave her a quirk, Airwalk, so she can basically fly and shoot from literally anywhere. Oh, that's bad. That is so very, very bad. Yeah, I mean, on the bright side, though, Deku also has his float quirk, and he can use it fairly well to fly through the air. I mean, he has incredible accuracy with it so far, so, I don't know, that definitely levels the playing field a little bit, and, I mean, like I said, Deku also has his fog quirk, his smoke screen, which should be somewhat helpful in managing to, directly avoid the bullets, but at the same time, that would, limit his visibility, so we can actually see the bullets coming towards him. We do still have the second and third users. We haven't actually figured out what their quirks are yet, so I don't know. Deku apparently didn't have any reason to use them while fighting Muscular, or maybe he just hasn't, unlocked them yet. Maybe he hasn't, formed the proper connection with them to open up the quirk gateway and access them. I mean, I'm not sure about that. He's at least, talked with them, so he at least should know what they are and what to expect from them. Just, I don't know. I mean, it did look like the one guy, the leader with the scar on his face, had, a quirk that let him, shoot projectiles out of his hand, given the arm things he had on him. That would definitely be helpful, fighting against a sniper if he was able to also attack from a distance. But like I said, I am very hopeful that she'll end up joining the team down the road. She'll end up becoming an asset they can use. I mean, at the very least, she has some sort of means, some sort of way of communicating with All For One, given that she, was trying to kidnap Deku, so therefore she had to have some way to contact him and say, hey, I have the target, let's meet up. And that'd be very helpful for, the team that's currently tracking All For One. Yay! We still have All Might, though, who was attacked by a bomb. I mean, I definitely see All For One having kidnapped him and, you know, holding him hostage, holding him, saying, Deku, come to me all by yourself or I will murder All Might. But I also said, you know, like I said, I really, really would like to see Stain come in and save the day, save All Might, save the only person in the world who he viewed as a true hero. Oh, that'd be amazing. That'd be so freaking amazing. But all down below. What's gonna happen? Is Deku gonna beat Lady Nagant? What's happening with All Might? Where's you know, Best Jeanist, Hawks, and Endeavor? What are they up to right now? Because I kind of feel like, you know, they should be lending a helping hand. They should be nearby somehow, some way. I'm not sure about that. Not sure about that. But yeah, let me know down below. Be sure to like this video. Until then, peace.